Next one I want to get into is the Hart Trophy. And here's the thing. I try to make these graphics the day before to save some time day of. I had to update this one because Macklin Celebrini, now this is the current odds. Nate MacKinnon minus 160 for the Hart, Kucherov plus 175, Celebrini 10-1, McDavid 16-1. 24 hours ago, it was McDavid minus 120, Kucherov plus 135, McDavid plus 700, Celebrini 22-1. So if you got in last night before the Ducks game, you would have had 22-1. Now it's down to 10-1. And if you want to go to one step further here, back when we did this on February 26th, McKinnon was minus 240, Kucherov plus 650, Celebrini plus 420, McDavid plus 850. So how the market has changed. But here's what we're looking at right now is that's the big one. And listen, I know we opened up the program talking about the Sharks, and yeah, it's probably McKinnon's year or Kucherov's year. I mean, problem with Celebrini's case is it requires it to be, I don't want to say a weak year for MVP, but there has to be some opening amongst the top, there has to be flaws in the top two candidates. Give me the argument against Kucherov. Give me the argument against McKinnon. It is really tough to do that. Now, I get it. If the Sharks make the playoffs and you look at the Sharks point totals for the team, Celebrini pretty much doubles up Will Smith in the number 2 slot. And I've been to 9 Sharks games this year already. I've seen Celebrini in person. This has been the most enjoyable season of hockey I've watched in a long time. I would love to see him get the Hart if they make the playoffs. And if they do, then maybe they have to give it to him. But it is really tough to look at what McKinnon and Kucherov's resumes look like and be like, nah, we have to overlook that.
Even if the Sharks don't make the playoffs, right? Because I am one that believes you do not have to make the playoffs in order to win this trophy. Those two are not like there's strong correlation. There's just not causation. What Macklin Celebrini has been able to do, and watching the shift in that market, right? From 22-1 to 10 after that one game.
24 hours.
That's it. Like the amount of money that needs to come in. To me, you have to give it to Celebrini for a multitude of reasons. One, the point total. He is 19 years old. He is a child. He can't drink in the United States. I don't know what he does for fun. It must be only playing hockey, or maybe he has grape juice. The level of which he is competed at is beyond anything that, again, not to take anything away from Kucherov and McKinnon. The only arguments against it is just that, would Colorado be where they are without McKinnon? Like, maybe not as good as they are now.
They'd be in third place. You'd have Dallas and Minnesota ahead.
Right. And, for Tampa Bay, would they be where they are without Kucherov? We've seen them do it once, right? They once
not in that division, not the way it's playing out. They would be down with the Islanders and Flyers of the world right now.
So I'm not taking anything away from those players, because the trophy says it's the most valuable player to his team. If Celebrini is not on that roster, the Sharks are not fighting for a playoff spot.
I'm not at Sharks Blues on a Monday night in March. No, Celebrini's not on that
roster. They are fighting with the Vancouver Canucks for the first overall pick. Like, that's how bad the rest of the supporting cast has been for Celebrini. Like, he is by far the straw that stirs the drink. This is a one-man show. He is putting this team on his back and carrying them. The Sharks have a multitude of flaws. They don't have enough depth. The goaltending the goaltending has not been good. The blue line has been shaking. The goaltending secret, everything is pointing to them not, yes, they should have taken a step, but maybe they take more of a step of the same path that the Chicago Blackhawks have taken, right? Like, they're nowhere near a playoff team. They've taken a step if you want, but they're not here. The Sharks are, again, we pretty much basically just wrote them off. We're like, hey, no, can't make the playoffs. And Celebrity's like, well, don't worry, I got time. The totals and everything that he does, in terms of how the wording of this award goes, he is the most valuable player to his team. If I remove all these guys, these teams struggle, yes. But the team that struggles the most is San Jose.
Now, let me just throw the numbers. McKinnon, 50 and 71. Kucherov, 40 and 81. Macklin has got 40 and 65. Now, I can't believe we're having a Hart Trophy discussion and Connor McDavid's like sitting at the table, but nobody's acknowledging him.
Nobody.
Like, hi, guys. Now, let me throw this out at you. If I know it's a weak division, but if Edmonton pulls out the division without Leon Draisaitl and it's McDavid driving this team, that's not worth anything. I understand it's the pillow fight division, and maybe he hurts his own case because he called the division a pillow fight himself. But I mean, that has to count for something, because it would be very easy, no second best player on the planet, quote unquote, to fall down in the Pacific, maybe finish third, maybe fall into that wild card mix, and they're playing better. It seems like without Draisaitl, they're rallying behind not having him right now.
I don't even, what's crazy? Like with all these guys here, depending on how, they pick the Hart Trophy and whatnot, like McDavid may not even get a first place vote.
He's got 43 and 82, so his numbers are comparable to Kucherov's.
Right. He's like, I can't make an argument for giving it to McDavid ahead of any of those players.
Which might be one of the craziest things ever
which
said.
Is wild, because he is so good, right? Like, I think that's also hurt his chances. He's like, we've seen McDavid put up like 140 points, and we're like, okay, do it. You know what I mean? Do it again. You're just like, okay, whatever. It's a down year, right? Because he's so elite. He's so good. Yeah, listen. But this is fun fact. Carey Price he can now officially say that he has been a teammate with a 100-point player. It's the first time in his career that he's got a 100-point player on the roster.
Listen, I know he can't come back, but like at some point with the way they're playing, maybe he's like, hey, Mike, maybe just give me let me dress one. Can I just sit as the backup? You know what I mean? Can I just sit, be the emergency goalie? But to me, you have to give it to Celebrini. It's his trophy. It's the sheer separation from the rest of his team. And again, this is probably because the Sharks are bad, right? Like the separation, and they're not bad. They're just they're waiting for the rest of the roster to fill out.
Maybe. But again, I think I think what hurts Colorado and Tampa Bay is just that they're good teams. You know what I mean? Which is fair. That's what you want. Not many teams could survive losing their best player, right? And I'm not saying that Colorado and Tampa Bay can do it. I'm just saying their rosters are more complete, so it hurts less, and through no fault of their own. That's a good team. They're probably they're going to compete to maybe win Stanley Cups, but in terms of the trophy, it's got to go to Macklin.
San Jose, I think I saw the stat before, 116-3 when Celebrini doesn't register a point.
Of course, because listen, no offense to Will Smith, he's not there yet, and he missed a ton of time, or the rest of the gang there. But it's Celebrini, and then it's everybody else.
And here's what I'll say too: when we after that overtime loss in St. Louis and the way they got smacked around in Nashville the night before when we left them for dead, Celebrini, goal and assist in a 3-2 win over Columbus, 2 goals and assist, 5-4 over St. Louis, 2-2 last night against the Ducks. He's a part of every goal in that game.
Yeah.
He continues to be handling the lion's share of production down the stretch, and even if they don't get in, if they're somehow in it to the final days, if they're in it to that last 3-game road trip, I think it's unless MacKinnon or Kucherov all of a sudden start producing at a similar clip. Celebrini
is doing what elite generational players are supposed to do, right? Like he's carrying the weight. He takes the whole team on his back and says, "Let's go." The same way guys like McDavid have done in the past. We're just like, "Hey, we're taking you. You're coming with us." The same way great players have done before. He is doing that in real time, and we get to watch it. I get the Ducks are not fantastic. They still sit at the top of their division. That was a close game with the Blues. He comes out and he makes a difference. He is pulling the weight of this team in ways like hockey is a team game, and he's just like, let me help you.
I mean, he's in a geographical location in the country where it's all about the Warriors and the Giants. Those are the top 2 teams in the Bay. Celebrini's name's coming up more and more. My daughter's favorite player, Macklin Celebrini. Like it's happening. It's cool to watch. It's one of the more enjoyable seasons I've watched.